Hey, Shalom. Shalom.
I ain't getting no. I ain't getting nothing here.
No signal.
There we go.
I ain't getting a notification.
There we go. GMS, you
My signal. I ain't getting a
good.
Okay. Hey, Shalom. Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahat. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This is just a few brothers from the GMS Houston Church. The brother Yachanan,
Carl Alvin, Shemai One.
and you just gathered here together tonight, by the will of the Lord, the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for allowing us to get together, and to praise, your name and your son's name, which is Yahweh, meaning he to be, he exists, and his son's name, which means he saves, he delivers. It's not Jesus, it's not God, his name is Yahweh Shai, and he's coming to save the Israelites. And the scriptures already say he's already done it. And it's by his blood. And this is how we're here today. By the blood of Yahweh Shai, by the mercy and grace that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has given us. And we're using this time wisely, unlike the rest of the world, unlike 2/3, that just play around all day, make people's lives miserable just because they can. People that are here following after the ways of Esau, Edom, thinking that they doing something, but really they're doing is furthering their destruction. So, y'all got anything? Just
I do.
go ahead.
It's Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. It says, Blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. And that horn of salvation is Yahweh Shah, a power that's going to come back and save us out of our calamities.
Right, and it says the Lord power of Israel,
Khan.
and not all the nations. This is our God, our power.
Verse 70, Luke 1 and 70, it says, As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Right. It's like,
Go ahead.
hey, just looking at today, like you can get online, you can go down the street, you can go to the store. You can't see who fucking hates you. You can't see Esau Edom has this unnatural seeming hatred towards you. And Trump gave that speech the other day talking about if you teach that man, somebody can you get that quote real quick? It's lucky.
I'll look it up. You got it.
All right. But basically, roughly paraphrasing, he said, if you teach that this country, roughly paraphrasing, was stolen, they committed genocide, the heroes of this country were oppressors, you're a communist or an enemy to, this wicked country, to this wicked state. You're an enemy to Esau if you teach the truth. But that's all our enemies. This is Esau Edom. He is our enemy. He's constantly proved that he is our enemy. Poisoning our how y'all said they sent them to those boarding schools.
Yeah.
And what did you mention earlier? A dead Indian killed an Indian, saved a man.
Yeah.
Things like that. That kind of ideology.
Mm-hmm.
But we're hateful for bringing this out.
And you can see it in the World Cup.
Right.
I mean, all of these different nations have Israelites on their team, but yet, everybody's a hater. Everybody's a hater.
That's in the curses.
Yeah, but it's an Israelite on a team because these are the best people for the damn job.
Right.
But yet, you got another nation. They want to come against them and call them monkeys and chimpanzees and all of these different things, right? But yet, these are the best people for the platform because Jake is the former of all things.
Right. And every one of these teams, they got the whole team just Jake. Who got and who make this game exciting?
Kind
Everything. Who make it all? Everything that you see from the music, entertainment. We're in a low place. We ain't supposed to be entertaining, dancing for you. We're supposed to be ruling over you.
Okay.
Well, that's yeah.
I got
But
I got the definition of communist. This is the AI overview. It says a communist is an advocate or supporter of communism, a political and economic ideology that aims to establish a classless, stateless society. Communists believe in the collective or public ownership of the means of production, such as factories, farms, and resources, and the distribution of wealth based on individual need. You damn right. That's how the Lord set it up. That's how the Lord set it up. I mean, we're not supposed to be a people where the super rich and the super poor, we're all supposed to be have what we need. You
Right.
know? You're not I mean, it is what
oh no, you're supposed to have how you say what like thinking about how the Lord distributed the manna.
kind
Distributed.
each man.
Yeah, everybody had exactly what they needed.
Yeah, for that day.
Yeah.
And then twice on the Sabbath. But yet that's how the Lord set up the Israelites. So when Donald Trump says that, when you bring up these things, you're talking about communism. I mean, that's what the Bible's all about. Everybody, all the Israelites being equal over the heathen.
Right. Yes. Do you had anything else on that? Because I had a quote that going into was a famous soccer player, and it had a shoot. I'll just get it. I put into Google that says politician quote against Mbappe, and he's been.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. Shalakian. I speak English, and the letters are like, they don't put them letters together, and
Yeah.
they don't teach us that. They don't learn us that in school here. But it says Paraguayan Senator Celeste Amarilla sparked international outrage after launching a series of racist and abusive attacks against French soccer player Kylian Mbappe following France's 1-0 victory over Paraguay in the 2026 World Cup. So this is just recently.
Yeah.
What, last week? Over the weekend?
Yeah.
So it says the politician's quotes and reaction says following the match, Senator Amarilla posted multiple highly. Dang, I just want to see exactly what you're saying. It's like it.
She said that, roughly paraphrasing, she said that he was he was colonized from the Congo or something like that, and that he was fed coconut milk instead of breast milk. Or
Right, I got one right here. It says the brute. They got her picture. This fucking gargoyle looking. Anyway, it says the brute didn't even learn to write. Instead of mother's milk, he suckled on coconuts, and the most educated beings he ever heard were chimpanzees. Like they ain't hate.
Yeah.
Like that's not, and that's from Paraguay. Where is Paraguay? South America somewhere? Somewhere little. But anyway, this is a hate. This ain't even American. You expect this kind of hatred from an Edomite over here. But this is the hate that's all over the world for you, Jake.
Right. Yeah, that's Paraguay is in the middle of South America. It's landlocked. It's above Chile.
Oh, here's another one. She said, "Yes, my post against Mbappe was racist. That's why I deleted it. Unfortunately, or that's why I deleted it. Was unfortunately, however, I will not apologize. I said what I had to say. I come from a society where gays were beaten and where calling someone a shitty nigger was the most usual thing. So she ain't apologized.
No.
I just deleted it. That's what Esau Edom wants to do now. He ain't apologizing. He's not gonna give you reparations. You ain't never gonna get reparations for none of the wickedness that he's done to you. Demolishing your people, destroying the minds of your people. Completely ruining your lives. Where the only escape that you have you know, to try to get somewhere to the top is being a fucking entertainer, kicking a ball around, throwing a ball around, tossing a ball around, throwing a ball into a hoop, kicking a ball through a field goal. That's all you can be, or sing and dance. That's all you are to these people. Matter of fact, can we get that is it Lamentations? To sing us a song.
It's in Psalms. I was going there.
Oh.
Psalms. I'll get it. I got you.
I think it's
Psalms 137:3.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we can stay there for a little bit.
In Psalms.
Yeah, Psalm 137.
This is Psalms chapter 137, and I'm gonna start at the top. That's cool.
Fine.
Psalms 137 and verse 1, it says, "By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion."
God, we're remembering. We're remembering now, but they are our captivity. All the think about all the songs, you know, the slave songs. You know,
Swing low, sweet chariot.
yeah,
coming for to carry
It's
us home.
home. Yeah.
you know, you can continue.
It says, verse 2, "We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof." And just going into mourning, you know, put
Right.
that up. Now, you know,
Like when you sad, consider like you don't want to sing those songs.
you
Matter of fact, I think there's another scripture. Salakia.
good.
Let me. I will find it real quick. Salakia.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 7 and started 3. Says, "Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better." Verse 4, here's the one. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth." You know, just going to that, how you said, you know, now, you know, we remember who we are, like it tells you in Baruch, the 2nd chapter. You know, now we think upon the Lord in his name, and we know who we are. And it's, you know, it's bitterness knowing the truth about it, you know. But again, it says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, because we understand what time it is. You know, this ain't our rest. We're in the hand of our enemies. We're being oppressed daily. It says, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. So it will be a complete opposite. You have people here living it up, you know, acting like this is going to continue forever, you know, with joy and just that mirth. You got it, though. Back in that Psalms.
Go ahead.
Psalms 137 in verse 2 again, it says, "We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there," it says, "for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of those songs of Zion."
Right. So that's all they wanted from it. Like that's like they don't give a fuck. In Lamentations it says that who will be Bondi.
I had that in Jeremiah though.
I got one though.
Oh, that's what it says. But just going into how, like, pretty much in the eyes of these Edomites, in the eyes of these heathen, they look at Jake for entertainment. You know, and we're in a state of mourning, but being forced to, you know, to be that spectacle of entertainment and looking fools as them. It was in
Jeremiah. Yeah.
Okay, kind
of lucky.
I'll get it for you.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 15 and 5. It says, "For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?"
Yeah, don't nobody care. Nobody care about your plight. Oh, you've been oppressed? Get over it. That was 400 years ago. Oh, you were oppressed. Oh, Jim Crow? Why don't you come up with some solutions instead of griping?
Insider.
Yeah, inside joke.
Right.
But that's what it is. You bring up your plight. Like, look, we are in a terrible state. People are poisoned. Our people's minds are fucked up. Like, this is a messed up situation.
Man.
But Why you crying about it though?
Mhm.
You can go dance. You plenty of stuff you can do.
It's like
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Pharaoh in Egypt. He said, y'all lazy.
Yeah,
You're
idol.
idle. You're
Idle.
idle. You're idle.
Yeah, you idle.
Right. And that just shows you how uh how funny it is. They look down upon, they look at us, or they put us in a category of just to be like show monkeys, right?
Right.
But in reality, no, they know how important we are, where they have to put time and effort to keep us so docile. You know, they try, their efforts show that it's important, because if not, they know. You know, like how you mentioned Psalms, the 83rd chapter earlier. You know, like in speaking about like the elites, not the average Edomite or these low level, heathen, but those who actually are like in the category of being like the elites and the elect of, Esau, Edom, and these other nations. They understand how important it is to keep us down. Like Judas, the 5th chapter, where Jake chasing things rather than the truth and the important matters in life.
I got a precept.
You got
This
it.
is Lamentation chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, Yahweh have done that which he had devised. He have fulfilled his word that he commanded in the days of old. He have thrown down and have not pity. He have caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He have set up the horn of thine adversaries.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about. These are all our adversaries. All of these people are against us. And the Lord has set up their power over us. And all of them look at us as the entertainers.
Right.
Jump high, shut up and dribble, nigga. All the entertainment. Jake is the face of everything bad in society, and all entertainment.
Jake is the butt of every joke, and like the one to watch to entertain, like you said. That's real heavy, man.
Yeah. Hey, going back to the FIFA, they were out there to watch Jake, but at the same time, I showed you them Brazilian memes and them Argentina memes.
Completely different.
Completely different. All them Argentina memes, all they was about is just killing Jake.
Yeah.
Like they were showing it just fucking ripping Jake apart, chainsawing him. When you go to the Brazil memes, they were showing those memes were showing how unfair the judges were.
Right.
Like every time they get fouled, they would, basketball, whatever. Like in the sports, you have somebody that'll be on the offense or whatever, and they will foul the defense, and they called the foul on the defense instead of.
Well, that's okay. So, in that UN summit where they said that the transatlantic slave trade was the worst crime on humanity,
Mhm.
it was the United States,
Yeah, they didn't.
Argentina, and Israel that said no.
Right.
So,
What was that last verse? Fucking you move.
It says 2017. You want me to get 15, 16,
You
17?
get 6. Which one was the last one you read?
17. I only read 17.
Okay, yeah, you get 17. Slucky.
Time. It says, this is Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, Yahweh have done that which he have devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he commanded in the days of old. He
Right.
hath thrown down and hath not pity.
Right. Slucky.
He hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries.
Right. He set up our enemy. He set all this up. Like he already knew that we're gonna be hard-hearted. That we're gonna rebel against him. All this was already written. This is a part of our history as Israelites. Constantly going into our enemy's hands, being delivered, and we are in the same thing again. But I got 2 Chronicles 36 and 14 just to add to that.
Mhm.
This is moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgress very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and that's of our people, where judgment is going to begin at the those that know they're Israelites, those high up, people in high positions. Looking at IUIC, what is that? We're talking about ISUBK. The other niggas, all you niggas that know you Israelites and not teach the truth, going after, other gods. Well, you got it.
taking gifts and bribes.
Right. Moreover, all the chief priests, the chief of the priests, and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord of Yahweh, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers. So he sent messengers and prophets out there, giving them warning. Look, y'all, what y'all doing is wrong. Repent, turn back before it's too late. And we're out here again in these last days. Repent, turn back before it's too late, because the destruction is coming.
And that's showing you like the efforts. Like back then, whenever we were set up and established, how the law wasn't taken serious, like the fear of the Lord wasn't serious.
Right.
Like now we're in the hand of our enemies. And it's like that's why, not to segue, but like just going into faith, how in the land of our captivity, it's no way possible being under Esau, Edom, where we'll be able to keep the law 100% perfect, right? Like to actually do things that are pleasing to the Lord, like how he wants it to be.
Right. And
just thinking about, though we're trying to show effort, like it's like we reaching, and Yahweh Shai is like that bridge, you know, to get us there, you know, through our faith.
Right.
In the efforts, our works that we show.
Well, shoot, that's the only way to please the Lord.
Right.
It don't matter how much you try to. I keep the laws, all 613.
No. Yeah.
Like, no, you still. That's not what's gonna please. That's not pleasing to the Lord.
But you on the podcast.
Yeah. What's pleasing to the Lord is faith in Yahushua. We probably hold that. Like, without faith, it's impossible to please the Heavenly Father Yahweh. And that ain't faith in just anything. Oh, I believe in Jesus. I got faith in Jesus. Wrong name. Disqualified.
And two, going into the name, not just who you call on, your works are going to show who you follow.
Right.
Like you got the same fruits, you know?
I got one to back up with what we were talking about. You know, the grief and the sorrow. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." Like, you know, when we was in the world, you know, we were sorry, you know, we saw the condition of our people, but we were in the world. We didn't understand what was going on. But when you increase wisdom, you know, once the Lord opened our eyes to what's going on, I mean, this is a horrible fucking place.
Right.
This is a horrible place. And it's time to we're ready to get up out of here. I mean, you know, there is no forwarding this shit. You know, it's done. Everything is done. It's circling the drain. There's no more mirth in this place. You know, it's time for this place to go down.
Right.
You know, 250 years. Yeah, you made it. Now it's time to fucking go.
I got a quick one to back you up. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 19. It says, "In your patience possess ye your souls." And it made me think about that. Like, yeah, you could have been sorrowful in the world, but whenever like the Lord gave you that quickening, that understanding, now you can read it again if you got it pulled up.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. "For in much wisdom is much grief."
That's, you know, now whenever you have that wisdom, you know, the knowledge and the understanding of these scriptures and what actually and what it is, right? These mysteries are. That's like why, because we know what's to come. That's like waiting something out, and we know how it's gonna get better. But it's like, damn, and you see the condition of like who's ruling the world right now, all of the injustice going out, just the condition that is literally taking behold of the Lord's chosen people, like the same spirit like Ezra had at times. Like, Lord, if we're the chosen people, like, you know, but guess what? Now we know, and the Lord told us, "Hey, in your patience, possess ye your souls." Like, pay attention to yourself. Like, there's a certain way to endure these things now, and it is grief, very grievous. But guess what? We got the perfect examples to follow. Like, we're in this as we speak, and guess what? This is a part of it.
And,
you know,
and like you said, over the course of time, it's really not that long. A short time.
Yeah.
A very short time. compared to eternity. Our reward is eternity, where Esau, his rulership is for, the joy of the hypocrite is just but for a moment.
This nigga was here for a good time, not a long time.
Shit.
Oh, well, let me
But it also say, if he that is evil to himself, who will he be good? So it's like, you here for a good time, but that ain't no good time for nobody.
Right, yeah.
Like, ain't nobody fucking enjoying this shit. Your own people cursing these, nigga.
Let me finish it off. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow."
Yeah, and that's where it hits like differently, because now you understand like the condition of the battle is really spiritual. Like everything is according to the spirit of the Lord, where we know the Lord rules in the kingdom of men.
Right.
We know who the Lord got set up right now. And like you mentioned, at the same time though, which is beautiful, bro, that sorrow is turning into like excitement. Like that grievousness is turning into excitement, where I know me and you talk about it a lot. Like whenever we're suffering and able to see our enemy go down too, that kind of make it feel better.
Yeah.
Seeing the changes that the Lord is doing on the earth, that kind of comforts the pain and the sorrow.
Right.
Because at the same time, we're seeing towns like change. Wherein it's prepared for the Lord to come back. And now we know what it is. But in the meantime, I remember Elder Yashawama said it a few years ago. It's like, bro, the thing in between us and salvation is the bullshit. That's the part that we gotta, suffer.
And I got one. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 8. It says, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit."
Yeah. Because hey, guess what? We patiently wait and we suffering this. Shit. I remember seeing, or at least hearing about it, like, they were amazed that we even survived like the harsh slavery. Like damn, we couldn't have done it. Like I don't think any other nation could have done it. Like survived, gone through slavery, Jim Crow, all this hell. Just like
Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
all this stuff is still here. And that's just the will of the Lord. The grace of your Heavenly Father. Like, look, you're gonna matter of fact, I'll finish reading this. Wait, were you done with that? Yeah. This is Second Chronicles chapter 36 and 15. And Yahweh, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So he sent prophets out, giving the warning, showing you the right way to go, the right path. This is the way. Walk ye in it, And then and the Lord is showing compassion on it. Going back to Malachi, we were talking about that earlier. Like when you go to I think starting at verse 2, it says, or 3, it says, "Wherein has you loved us?" Was it Esau? Yeah, let's get that because I butchered it. Because Esau, isn't Esau Jacob's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this to us?
You want me to start from the top?
Kind
This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, "The burden of the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to Israel by Malachi." It says, "I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith Yahweh, yet I love Jacob."
Right. So the Lord loved us because he had every right to cast us away, throw us away, completely just eradicate us of the people, like us not even being here. So all the commandments we broke. It all said, hey, if you break any of these commandments, all these curses are gonna come upon you. We're gonna destroy you. We did that. Yeah. Even some of the commandments say, like, there is no repentance from this. Adultery. Ain't no repentance from that. Like you really think about it, we deserve the punishment that we got. We deserve death, but the Lord is still having mercy on us. Like he said, I'll always have mercy on you. But again, that was it on that, right?
Con.
Second Chronicles 36 and verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai arose against his people till there was no remedy. So, the conditions that we in now, that was our own doing. You know, them mocking, scoffing, they're doing the same thing today. And they're going to be destroyed by that thermonuclear destruction. That fire is not going to be quenched. You know? But this is what's coming to our people. You know, you constantly thinking, oh, the Lord don't love us. If he loves us, why would he do this to his people? Why would he put them through slavery? You don't know shit.
Well, I mean, it's self-explanatory. I mean, if you have a child and you tell your child, look, hey, if you do this, this is what you will receive. If you do this, this is what you receive.
Right.
You know, if I leave the house and I tell you don't have nobody in the fucking house, right? Then when I get back, yeah, I'll give you some ice cream. You know, yeah, you're gonna have good things. But if I leave the house and then you let somebody come in, guess what? You're gonna get that ass beat.
Right.
You're gonna get that ass beat.
Right.
So, okay, the Lord is our Father, and He gave us rules
Right.
to follow. So we broke them. So guess what? He's a just power because He don't change.
I got a precept.
You got it.
You was done with that out?
Kind of that, yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 9 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings and our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee." And just going into the condition that we're in, like somebody, looking back how it used to be, you would look back or look now and be like, damn, it ain't supposed to be like that. Like, look at the state of the Israelites, bro. To the point of being so brought down low. Don't even know who you are. Some Israelites don't even trust in the name of the Lord. Like, bro, look at the condition of our people, bro. Then it says,
Look,
you got it.
how we were talking about earlier. The man said, oh, I fear God. Yeah, I fear God. I'm a God-fearing man. Or however he said it. And you over here committing adultery.
No, great.
You over here extorting.
End quote. That man said, when we're talking about somebody we know, and he's committing adultery, right? He says, man, the connection is so real, man. Like, it's different. It's not even like this with my wife. And the woman he fucking with is married. And he said, I'm a God-fearing man. I fear the Lord. It's like, but just tell me this. If something that's wrong feels so right, why is it wrong?
You trying to sing a song.
Yeah, nigga trying to
If
butter.
you is wrong,
Yeah.
I don't want to be right.
Like, hey, this nigga is reprobate. Like, you avoided judgment. You don't fear the Lord because the Lord don't give a fuck about that. Then at the same time, you condemning yourself. Like, you have the spirit of lasciviousness.
Because didn't he say he knew what he was doing was wrong?
Yeah,
Did he say that?
Yeah, the day before, yeah. But like something like that, that's
Here, I got this real quick. This is Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord, you got that?
No.
Oh, I know we were reading earlier. Yeah. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth, oh, I'm a God-fearing man. Do this. And that's Israelites. Oh, I fear the Lord.
Yeah, Jake.
But when you correct them, when you tell them something, they don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
They think they already got it figured out.
Right.
And that's Jake, the same back then, same today. They didn't want to hear the prophets rising up, telling them the way you going is wrong. What you doing is wrong. It's going to lead to your death. Yeah. No, man. I fear the Lord, though. But it just feels good. You don't even realize you in the fucking flesh.
Right, you walking in the flesh. You don't know nothing about the spirit, man.
And you don't even consider that you're supposed to fight against this shit.
Yeah, it's a test.
Yeah.
That's a test you're supposed to pass. You're supposed to fight against that shit, man.
You fucking failing. You failing with falling colors or
how y'all think y'all did on the test?
Yeah.
I know.
I made a 0.
Yeah, if you might as well not take it. He got
I
it.
don't even know why you put your name on the shit. But Isaiah 29:13, wherefore the Lord saith or said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men. So that's what it is. I fear the Lord just because you say it.
But the Lord that he serves forgives everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
And, come as you are, and
Yeah.
hey, it's all good. That's the Lord that he fears, but he don't fear him.
But like you said, it come from the precepts of men. That's what the man say. That's what flesh talking about. They're not going back to what's the word of the Lord. Like that's after the words of the Lord have been disregarded. Now the tone is twisted. Now you playing a strange sound, and that's the precepts of men.
And that's what you've been taught by your enemy. I would say the enemy speaking sweetly with his lips.
Right.
That's what you've been taught by that church, by that pastor.
Yeah.
You can look. And they'll think that Yahweh or Jesus is the same as God. God died for your sins.
Yeah,
Jesus died for you.
I remember it was a black preacher. He said, "I'm gonna go commit adultery now, because the Lord died for that. I'm covered." This was years ago. Oh
Damn.
my God!
Yeah. Damn.
He was sorely mistaken.
You know how I say no diving in the pool?
Right.
It say don't fear the Lord, and that nigga dove head first with no water in that bitch.
In the little baby pool. And you know how the pools had a little shallow.
Yeah, he
for the
nigga
baby.
dove head first. Yeah, off the hot dog.
Yeah. Diving straight in. Do you have? That was it on this one.
Okay, Con. Going back to Daniel chapter 9 and verse 10. Now it says, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua our God to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. And going back to the point, like you mentioned, when they want to hear the truth, they can't accept it. But the Lord is dealing with the prophets. It ain't gonna come from a man in the church building with the three-piece suit on, or from
Right.
your uncle who older and who been a Christian 40 years out of like
I got
so like you got it out.
I got one. This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, "For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Even from the days of your fathers, you are gone away from mine ordinances and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith Yahweh of hosts. But ye say, wherein shall we return?" So, I mean, that's it. The Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. You just want to look at the shit and act like it don't count no more. And that's what our forefathers did. That's why we in a situation that we're in now.
Hey, even thinking back during like the times coming out of Egypt, how the Lord said Israel waxed fat and Jeshurun kicketh or something like that. It's just like, man, just really thinking about what applies to these times too. Like Jake, that's comfortable on a level so called. Like you really forget about the fear of the Lord, where you get too comfortable and complacent with what's going on around you. Just like how it's been, when we came out of Egypt. Being around these other nations got Jake, sidetracked and distracted.
Right.
But at the same time, that don't make the Lord's word just null and void. Like, nah, because the Lord say a remnant go return unto the Lord and no longer stay upon those that smote them. And they're gonna stay, the remnant is gonna stay upon the Lord in truth. Where they're actually going to acknowledge the ways of the Lord. And think upon think upon how things happened in the past of how the Lord dealt with our forefathers. And Jay got too comfortable where it's like the hand. See, a nigga think the hand of the Lord ain't on you by the Lord showing you he's using Esau as a whooping stick. Niggas got to find out when the Lord start judging your ass, like where is him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like where, yeah, you could get pulled over in dispute and get shot by a gun or taken to prison, but wait until the Lord pops up where you get tortured by demons and apparitions, or uses the teeth of wild beasts, or like the plagues like he did in ancient Egypt.
Right. Hey, speaking of Egypt, I think we brought it out last week how the magicians They were like, no, that's the finger of
Yeah, you
God.
can't mimic
Like,
this one.
like, yeah, that's the finger of God right there. I don't. Shoot. Yeah,
I'll finish this off.
Go on.
So just going into how, the Lord gave ways to walk in his ways by setting up the servants as prophets who is going to tell you. But last verse, because y'all mentioned this earlier. Daniel 9:11, it says, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, in going back to the prior verse, you received the law by the prophets. So if you refuse to hear the laws of the Lord, you rejected the prophets. Just like they didn't acknowledge Yahushua when he was on the earth, you just thought he was a nobody. That's Joseph's son, the carpenter's son. And look at his brothers and his sisters that we know. Just like the apostles that you read about, just like the other prophets you read in the scriptures. What do you think is going to be in today's time? Yeah, that's your cousin, but guess what? No, the Lord raised him up as a prophet again. Oh, that ain't your ex-boyfriend. No, nigga, that's a prophet. Oh, my son, that could be a prophet of the Lord, bro. And people think, going back to like, bro, Jake is, how did it say, confusion of the face? Like, Jake don't have no fucking clue where we at, bro. But finishing it off, it says, yea, all Israel has transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that was written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. And like you always bring out or make mention, we signed a contract with the Lord. Yep. That's still in effect today. Just because that's not the main thing that's pushed on Israel, where you don't, Israel ain't taught that. You ain't taught to fear the Lord. You taught how to be an American citizen and a homeborn slave. But guess what? This is still being acknowledged because the Lord said the curse is upon you. That's why where your life is today and the how did they say that generational curses upon you that you acknowledge in these times? That's why your life is like that. That's why you were molested as a little girl. You was touched by your uncle. You was ran through. That's why when you were a little boy, you got touched. That's why you got high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, in and out the fucking hospital full of pills and medicine. You bald-headed. You're fat. You got rotten thighs. We could keep going on, but Jake is cursed, and that's not even touching it.
Even the curse is not mentioned in this book.
Yeah,
it's upon us.
That's what it says.
But guess what? Yeah. Nobody on earth, because I didn't even get to the part, like the Lord judged us worse than any other nation, where all of these things add up and make you like, ugh, like bro, you are looked down upon by heathen.
Yeah,
that's what the fuck. Like Jake came to this, yeah, because we departed from our power. Yeah,
you look down upon by a nigga that can't even.
He got 2 teeth.
Yeah.
And he think he got a gold dollar, but it's a Chuck E. Cheese coin. Like, come on, bro.
Motherfucker eating mosquito pie.
Yeah.
Or chamber mouse salad.
Right.
They looking down on Jake. You eat eels and all kinds of shit.
You eat raw meat, uncooked meat, man. Like blood is in the food that you eat. Stop talking to me.
Don't wash the lower part of your body.
Nigga you got leprosy.
God.
Like looking down on you.
Yeah, you curse.
Nigga, the base man. That eat blood and everything. Looking down on you. Nigga that look at it, you wouldn't even have it around it. A nigga that you wouldn't even have around your dogs looking down on you.
Right.
Like this kind of person, this man looking down on you. Like look, see how low a state you in?
Don't even know it though.
Yeah.
Last verse though, verse 12, it says, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done unto Jerusalem. So it is a difference how the Lord deals with his firstborn or his chosen, his sons and his daughters, from how he dealt with any other nation. Because that's being chastised by the Lord, where at the end of the day, we got Yahushua, bro. No other nation got salvation. Nobody else has the covenant and the promises made unto them where they can escape it. Yahweh Shai is our escape, man. And that shows you the mercy of the Lord. But as far as how great it's going to be, that's why how great of the evil we're catching now. You know, where the Lord holds us accountable of forsaking his ways, and Jacob's gonna find out that that's not to be played with ever.
Well, I got it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai thy power and joyfulness, and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
Man,
I mean, shit, if you can't see that is what has happened to our people, then, you know, cut the video off and go back to, you know, watching your porn,
right.
and you know, go what, to Chicago, get you some of that good hair on.
Don't hit that lick, man. Get out of here.
That's what
Everything you just read is fit into specific people, like
time.
in like well, everybody got that like that. Then guess what? All Israel is scattered amongst all nations too, and we can look like every other nation. But
Time.
like the focus and the bulk of that, bro. I was in HEB with my family. They had a man wearing a fucking drape, like curtains,
Mm.
and it's like, bro, this man naked. He ain't got no clothes. That ain't no like, oh no, that's the curses, man.
Yeah.
That's what the Lord said he was gonna do to his people. Like that's how heavy it is. And that's why when the Lord removes these curses, oh, it's gonna be even more shocking because nobody expects us to be the ones that the Lord is dealing with like that. Nobody expects us to be the sons and the daughters of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Like the Lord Yahweh Shah is coming back to save us out of all people. Yes, that's the story. That's the moral of the story, like it's always been the underdog story. And that's so shocking, like the strangeness of our salvation, man.
You want me to get there?
Yeah, Bible.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
And standing in great boldness against those that afflicted us, that's sticking to the testimony and the doctrine of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because you got too many groups out here with fringes and beards in the laws on them, right? But yet you teaching Esau's philosophies and doctrine to your own people. Not having the name accurate, talking about you can have sex on the Sabbath. That's Edomite stuff, man. Standing in great boldness is not changing up the doctrine, sticking to truth better than changing your ways to seek love. And like Trump said, hey, if you want to speak against our forefathers, quoting, you know, roughly paraphrasing what he said, you want to speak bad upon how this land got inherited, you know, stolen. You want to talk against how, you know, how this has been set up, then you're gonna be deemed as a communist, which is anyway, we know really what he means. So you're gonna be targeted for speaking the truth. And out of all the camps, who is sticking to the truth and who is not changing up? You have camps telling you who told you it's okay to take the jab, the vaccination. What the fuck? Yeah. Nigga, Esau tells you to do that.
Thine enemy.
That's a red flag. That's a filter. Like, nope, you ain't standing in great boldness. We don't know the name of the Lord. Nigga, no, but you know you an Israelite and you got a Hebrew name. That's not standing in great boldness.
So once you find out this truth, that you actually have active enemies on the earth that is trying to kill you, then you're going to go to them for medical aid.
Any aid.
You're going to, I mean, you know, you're going to go and take a inoculation that nobody knows really what's in it. Oh, that, you know, I mean, if you know that that's your enemy, you don't go to that motherfucker and and pump his poison into your. I mean, damn, you gotta read the labels on the things that you eat, but yet you just gonna blindly go somewhere and let them shoot something into your system. Come on, come on, your enemy that experimented on you for hundreds of years.
Hey, but when you hear the prophets teach, you got all the goddamn questions. You know, they're showing you the spirit of the Lord ain't on you, nor dealing with you. Whenever a man tell you something plainly, well, show me that, or you always got something to say against the word of the Lord. It's like, man, watch out, bro. Your spirit is made known who you really serve.
Go on about your business.
What was that you just read?
Your car, you read something.
Oh, Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, fine.
5 and 2.
That was the whole verse.
That was the first verse.
You can read it again.
Okay.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Then shall that righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors."
Hey, and that's going to be what the true prophets of the Lord are going to be doing, which will lead to victory. That's a part of the legacy that's written in the scriptures, where the true prophets of the Lord were not a part of this world, because they were the pilgrims upon the earth. They were the ones that testified of the evil, like Yahweh Shah said he was even doing. And that's how it goes. Hey, the prophets that been before me and before thee, it was never no being in sync with the nations that the Lord is about to overthrow or that has us in captivity. Like, what are you talking about? Moses is a perfect example. Whenever he was on a level in Egypt, he man, hell no. Whenever he realized what it was, he departed from that stuff.
And then in Ezekiel chapter 9, if you're going to your enemy, how are you sighing and crying about the abominations? How are you, how are you going to look for that mark of exemption,
right,
if you're complacent and you're in league with your enemy?
Where you saying, nah, this ain't gonna end probably in another 100 or 1,000 years, but not in this generation. Are you kidding me? Even if it wasn't, I would still be like, nah, this it. Just for the sake of comfort, like, like, why are you trying to prolong this stuff?
I mean, think about it. And when the New Testament was written, they were going hard for Yahweh Shah, even being put to death.
Right.
That was thousands of years ago. That was ready then.
Right.
So how much more?
That was the concern. Now is the kingdom going to be sword unto Israel? Hasten in the days back then.
But like you said, now we see the prophecies unfolding, but yet you want to lull our people back to sleep. You want a community. You want to get a community and where you can grow you some vegetables after you got to go to Esau and get his GMO shit. Come on now.
That lettuce.
But this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 2. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they look for."
So those that were standing boldly for the Lord, hey, guess what? Doing that pays off. According to what the scriptures say, like, this ain't in vain, man. Like, what else is out there to do? But it said that led to us being delivered in the sight of our enemies, who made no account of what we do. Esau, Edom, those that are totally against us, who wanted to make us become, erased from being a name under heaven. These people are about to see the complete opposite of what they've put so much effort into doing, where they're finna fall into that pit that they try to set for us. The Lord is finna deliver us, and now simultaneously, you are being brought down to your lowest estate, in it's gonna be made manifest very soon whenever that change comes. They're gonna go into captivity. They're gonna be brought back to who they naturally are, being a base man. And guess what? They won't have the authority to ever like fight against righteousness being in the earth, which is their hell, because Esau doesn't have an upright spirit in him. So whenever righteousness is going throughout the earth, that within itself is tormenting and hell unto an Edomite. You had something y'all can
Gone.
Yeah, you got it.
This is
That was it.
Baruch chapter 4 and 21. be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. So we know what's pleasing to the Lord. We know how to, like, these different situations. Before we were in the world and we didn't have the truth, we didn't know what to do, why these things were happening. But now all these things are made known to us. You know, now we're more cheerful. But before we didn't have no fucking hope. We didn't even know that we didn't have no hope. But you said something?
Yeah, if I could add, like thinking whenever like that is like that. I'm thinking about how Yahweh Shah was like when the wicked scribes and Pharisees wanted a sign from the heavens, but Yahweh Shah was like, you can tell how the weather's gonna be based off of what it looks like in the morning or in the evening, but you can't discern the time that you're in. And just thinking about what you said, it made me think like whenever this ain't just about us. Like it's like on the Lord said, like you can't tell the times you're in. So whenever shit is like that, like pay attention to the times that we're in. Like for courage and encouragement and comfort, because it's like at the same time as us catching hell and suffering, bro, look what's going on, bro. Like the
Right.
Lord is showing you he's visiting this place which he created. And we know what's coming. It's not stopping.
Bro.
It's gonna lead to Yahweh Shah coming back, like physically, bro.
Like, even going back to the Mount Rushmore thing, we've been talking about that, like,
Oh
since
yeah,
it happened.
Oh
Like,
man.
that Mount Rushmore thing, how it looked like tears and snot bubbles was running down their fucking face.
Esau's
On
son
that set,
blessing with
like-
tears.
Like, all the stuff I was mentioning to my mom, like, I was telling her, like, hey, did you hear that, you know, telling her about what happened on the 4th, like, that, hey, they had that heat wave, they had people having heat strokes, they had to shut it down because a storm came through, and then they had to take refuge in the African American Slavery
Yeah.
Museum,
Yeah.
and then,
The Proud Boys.
Yeah. and then, after that, okay, they had to come back, all go get searched again, you know, Trump gave that stupid speech, and then they popped the fireworks.
You know, mind you, in between,
Yeah.
all the like
Nobody wanted to
Yeah,
perform. They didn't have no performers. They had a whack ass performance. They were trying to sing Earth, Wind, and Fire. They all singing out of tune. They're doing karaoke. Just bringing anybody up. And all that happened. Then the fireworks came on. You couldn't even see the fucking fireworks.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The
And
Lord sent a fog on there.
Don't forget about the monument that they set up that was paper mache.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
The paper mache. You can see the glue coming out the sides. That would have been funny if that blew over.
It's been heavy, like omens just going on back to back, just showing you how quick the Lord is doing these things, just like he did in Egypt. The nigga falling from heaven on that parachute with the American flag got caught up in a tree.
Yeah.
Like,
I
no.
was watching that on repeat. I was so glad Instagram, like, it do that. Like, when you find a video and it see that you like it, it'll
keep
send you
feeding
all like,
the
I
angles.
seen
I'm like,
7
oh.
different angles. Like, I seen from across the stadium, right next to, in front of the canopy where he fell, like in front of the tree, behind the tree. Like, you seeing all the angles, and just thinking about how everybody's gonna see this place be destroyed.
Right.
Like, you're gonna see so many different angles, so many different satellite feeds, whatever, of this place going up in flames.
It's gonna be beautiful because they're not. It's still gonna take them by surprise.
Right.
Like it's going down, but not everybody sees it like that. So whenever it's time to really just come down, like Babylon is falling, it's gonna take a lot of people by surprise, man.
Right. And Salakia, but going back, I was talking to my mom and telling her all that stuff that happened just in the, that few 2-day span.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, but did you see Mount Rushmore? And I was like, did you see that the hailstorm happened over there and it made them look like they were crying and stopped running? And that's when she was like, oh.
Oh, they
like,
yeah.
like
that's real. Oh,
no, like, that's but continue on. But just all that, like, man, you seen all this, like, it piqued your interest a little bit with the, what happened at that. But when you seen what happened to the monuments, when you seen that wasn't just a man-made thing, that was the Lord that did that. You know that was the Lord. You acknowledge how I was talking about earlier, how the dude, when they were like, does this sound right? Like, would you do this? Well, what if this person heard it? And he was like, oh, like, that's the admin. You don't have to say nothing. That sound that you made, that knows that sound acknowledges that you know.
Yeah.
Or you making that sound is acknowledging that you know.
Right.
Say it however you say it. You know, but continuing, this is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 9. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I went to the wrong. I must have pressed back on accident. My bad. This is it's like this is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 21 again. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. And number one being Esau, Edom. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. So you got
Can
it.
I make a point,
No,
please?
you got it.
When you were reading how he was going to save us from the hand of our enemy, it made me think about your chat with your feed with the chat. How the brother Yakar went into Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, going into like the enemy. And the things it listed shows you like people have an enemy still to this day.
Yeah.
And that's what's like missed by Israelites. Like they think getting up, going to work, while I'm able to provide and or whatever, just be here in life. They think that's living. What they don't understand, like that condition you're in, is because of you're in the hand of your enemy, where nothing is really working out for you here. You have nothing here. I remember Elder Tazapasa in a video. People who come here get deported. Where the fuck we go? Where they go deport us to? What back to Israel? No. Jake don't. We don't have nowhere to go.
No, we don't have no.
Like we are in the pit.
Yeah.
Like it tells you, man. It's in Isaiah where it says,
Oh shoot.
they don't want to die in the pit. Like the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose, something like that.
No, in Job, it says the place of the valley of the shadow of death.
Oh, in Psalms.
Well,
It's in Job too. Oh, Khan Salat.
I got that too.
You can read it real quick.
This is Isaiah 51 and 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed.
Yeah, speaking about the Israelites, according to the things that we've read, prior, the Lord scattered us. He sent us into the hand of our enemies across the four corners of the earth. So we're the captives. Okay, we've been exiled from our land that the Lord promised unto our forefathers, where we still are till this day. You got it.
And that he should not die in the pit.
So you don't want to die where we are in captivity. You know?
Yeah, you don't want to die here.
What the hell? The trap meant for us was for so long. This is where we've been dead bones, in that low place in that valley, dried bones, not knowing who our God is, not knowing who we are. We don't want to go out like that.
Nah.
Hell no.
Especially since we've seen the fall of our enemies. Like I want to see the whole thing.
How's it gonna play out, man?
Yeah.
It's exciting times.
And it says, nor that his bread should fail.
Yeah, because guess what? Famine is coming. Famine is coming. And even speaking of it twofold too, like this truth don't get taken away from us.
Right.
Like this word don't depart from us, man. Like hell no, because people get warned the fuck out in Babylon. Like how they say, we're not in Kansas anymore. Like, nah, if the Lord ain't dealing with you, you will become weak to this shit. It can wear you out to break you. But the scriptures tell you, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. Meaning, even in that low condition, you being made hard. And the reason why we're being made hard, because we're following Yahweh Shai, bro. Through the spirit. It ain't gonna look carnal, do push-ups. If you could take Mace in the face. No, it's through the spirit who people who don't even look at that the Lord dealing with. That's gonna be the big shock to this place, man. The undesirables, man. You got it out.
This is Baruch chapter 4, and I'll read it again. Verse 22. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior. And that's through Yahushua. So without Yahushua, we wouldn't have this hope. We wouldn't have it at all. Without Yahushua's blood, without his sacrifice for us, hey, we
would be through.
Through.
Right.
Yeah. Look at the state of our people. Like without Yahweh Shah, you know, shit, what we just gonna be slaves
Yeah, that's just the cycle.
It's gonna be
It would be
slave,
it would be like that.
for all eternity. You know,
Yeah,
the Edomites are gonna rule over us for all eternity.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it. This is the only way that we can get out of this.
Showing you Esau can't rule forever.
Con.
It said, if the Lord don't come back, no flesh shall be saved. And the Lord is coming back when Esau is ruling. So showing you, the Lord is coming back to save somebody. He even told the disciples, where I go to prepare a place for you. And if I wasn't, I would have told you. But he said he's coming back to get them. So showing you Esau has to go out. You know, that's what makes sense. It's inevitable. Or guess what? Nobody being saved.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
delivered from
I mean,
danger that's coming.
Esau's gonna blow up the whole planet. I mean, if it's
Something.
left up to Esau, he's gonna kill everybody that's not his cousin, and then as soon as everybody's dead, he's gonna try and kill his cousins. I mean, this is Esau's nature.
Right, he can't be good to himself.
Yeah, this is his nature. Like he's gonna destroy the what is it? The Samson
Yeah, the Samson option.
yeah, the Samson option with the small hatters. Like in the event that they're being overrun or destroyed, they're gonna we're gonna blow up the whole world.
Yeah.
You know, since we can't win, since we not in charge, guess what? We gonna kill everybody and everything.
Ooh, hey,
Fuck it.
so why do you how about you, Rashad, that the Lord playing your ass?
Yeah.
And this nigga, the terribleness have deceived you. Where you think that's an option? Well, hey, man, you got it. It's a lot.
Baruch 4:23. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. So we like
we going
I said,
home.
Yeah.
We
went
returning
out.
home.
Went out mourning, weeping, sing us a song of Zion.
Right.
Now it's being flipped around.
True.
The curses, Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. These curses are going on our enemies. Hey, earlier today it was so beautiful. This Edomite was behind us, you know, getting some. We were out there, you know, already late from a lunch break or whatever, because this other Moabite restaurant took our order and didn't even acknowledge us afterward. We waited, you know, pretty much wasted our whole lunch break waiting for some soup to come out. That should have been 5 minutes, but we went to another spot, and there was an Edomite behind us, and he, I remember my friend, he was saying, like, hey, your card declined. like just knowing, like, you can't even buy a fucking burger, Esau.
Right.
Your shit got declined. Like knowing now you knowing how it feels.
Ooh, and he embarrassed, nigga turning pink and shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Turning pink.
And all these curses going on you. You seeing Edomites fucking bugged out, homeless, sores all on their legs, bleeding.
That's not supposed to happen to an Edomite in their kingdom.
Right.
Your card ain't supposed to be declined, nigga.
Yeah. Niggas getting caught by trees.
That's not supposed to happen, right?
Yeah.
But it is.
It's
Showing you what
America.
time we in.
Says again, well, I'll read verse 24. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. What happened?
Nah, you good. Some precepts on the comment board.
Go ahead. All our neighbors, they seen us go into captivity. They even took us into captivity. Again, like Psalm 83. You know, they seen us, they know. But guess what? They're gonna see how it says that in Wisdom of Solomon 5 you brought out. That man is gonna stand in great boldness. They're gonna see our salvation. They're gonna see us go into them chariots, Lord willing, and we of them that number. But like verse 25, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. But hey, we waited for that moment.
And okay, this is gonna sound wrong, but yes, I'm looking forward to the salvation of the Edomites to serve their captivity. You know, they're not going to be beamed out of America, but yes, there are going to be Edomites all over the rest of the world that are going to be gathered up and go into captivity. And if that's what you want to call salvation, then yes, you will receive salvation. You're going to be in the kingdom, but guess what? You're going to be a servant in the kingdom, under hardcore chattel slavery.
You talking about Esau?
Yes, yeah.
Esau, Moab, Ham, Ammon, all of them, all the nations.
I was just gonna say, like, Esau, you ain't no servant. You are a slave.
Hey, Yahweh Shah gave the beautiful parable of the rich man and Lazarus,
Right.
showing you Esau gonna be there in your captivity, and you ain't getting no mercy. You won't have no bootstraps to pull yourself up by. You are finna experience what drinking double feels like.
He's gonna be a drawer of water and a hewer of wood. Drawer of water and a hewer of wood.
Look, Esau always been created to be here for a short time, not a long time. Even in your kingdom, you're here for a short time, not a long time. In our kingdom, you here for a short time, not a long time, but it ain't gonna be a short time to him. Just like these days are drawn out for us, or at first, but now the Lord is speeding them up. Esau ain't finna have no hastening the days, nigga. It's gonna be the complete opposite.
Yeah, you gonna slow the days.
It's gonna be a long 1,000-year period. Revelation is the 20th chapter, man. That has to be fulfilled, and that's exactly how it's gonna be. Because, like you brought out in Jeremiah, they couldn't wait to see our downfall. And ooh, hey, guess what? We still in our punishment, but Esau, it's in making. You next. You
Yeah,
gotta
like,
drink of that cup.
Slack it. We can close out.
Yeah, you got it.
You got another one?
Bring us up.
Kind of. But I like that. Since we talking about Esau, Edom, like going into captivity, I like that movie Dread. It was like about Judge Dredd, but they had a scene where they were doing this drug or whatever. I think it was called like slow mo or whatever. But it like time was going regular for everybody around them, but the person that did the drug or whatever, time like pretty much slowed down to a stop.
Okay.
But just like how the perception of time for Esau, Edom, is gonna be so slowed down. It's gonna be so agonizing. Like you're not gonna get no mercy. Like what you thought you were doing, like showing us no mercy right now. Like we gonna show you how to have no fucking mercy. Like shit, and we gonna do it in righteousness. Like
we're gonna even give you the Sabbath day off.
Yeah.
Well, physically.
Yeah.
Physically. Because that mental torment is not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop.
Like that feeling that your body get after you've been working the whole week.
Just like I did a lesson earlier today on that Joel 3. Like, yes, your children are gonna be taken away. They are gonna be sold, they're gonna be gifted. They're gonna be gifted. Just like you did our children, they're gonna be gifted.
Hey.
Like for dowries, for birthday presents, all of that.
Esau's doing this stuff still to this day, man.
Yeah.
No, but wickedly. Like what happened in Venezuela, all these children missing.
Yeah.
That's that's them curses, Israelites. But at the same time, Esau, get ready to taste double that. Like having your children stripped away from you. Bro, hey, Esau, the Lord used you to do that, man. You got to taste that too, man. It is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to those that troubled you. If I may, it's a precept on the comment board, and it's been fire. Shalom, Akim on the comment board. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakathum.
Shalom, Barakathum.
But to bring us out, and you got it, Yakanan. Okay, Khan. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." And this, and just that's not an unrighteous thing. It could be an evil thing depending on the context of it. To the enemy, it's a bad time, but to those that partake in to witness the downfall of their enemies, that's a good time, and that's just where we are in time.
Well, I mean,
that's where we are today.
We being their enemies, they took us down and they rejoiced over it.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what?
They made postcards. They sent shipments. Mm-hmm. The kingdom is going to be amazing Where if any Israelites out there moving on a low vibration, like the heathen can be saved, you ain't got no part in the first dominion. At least the Lord makes you repent and brings you down and humbles you. But if you still in that mindset, all people can be saved and the Lord loves everybody, no, you have no portion in what's coming.
Go back and watch Stargate.
Yeah, man. But that's beautiful. The downfall of your enemy. And guess what? The scriptures even talks about, having a perfect hatred to those that hate the Lord. And for us to be in a lower state where we're not able to serve the Lord and we're not familiar with our power right now due to the condition we're in by being in the hands of our enemies, they got to be removed. Because that just shows you if you're comfortable in this situation, you really don't even want to be as close to the Lord as you can. You don't understand the promises, the covenant he made with us, the blessings that's to come, So
you're gonna have to come back through the loins of one of the elect.
Yeah, and you'll see. And Lord willing, we are part of the Lord's hopefully like where we can stand stiffly until the end. And guess what? It goes beyond being seen on camera. Just speaking about the days that we're in, like having a mindset of like, hey, doing that which is pleasing unto the Lord as much as you can, where the Lord is looking at us at all times, where it's about the body of the Lord. Fuck the world. Know who you do good unto. Hey, if you have people living today that say crucify Yahweh Shai and free Barabbas, and guess what? Some of those people in that multitude can repent. The Lord will have mercy on some of those that said that, but everybody ain't a part of that. The Lord ain't coming back to save everybody. He's coming back to save a remnant. But, Lord willing, this was edifying to the Lord's elect. Hey, again, the water to your Akim on the comment board. Yahweh Shemal Shai Barakathum. But before we get out of here, we want to say, again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and also to their elders who taught them. And Lord willing, until the next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Juan Bakarian.
Juan Bakari.